toString method. So now let's assume we have a class called apple, and inside this apple we have some fields. Okay, first is the color, second is maybe type. All right, and then we're gonna just create it as a regular Pojo, and assign constructor, getter, setters, etc. Okay, so in order to create everything, you can just hit Command or Control plus N button. So you will see this generate, and you can generate constructors, getter, setters, equals toString, and override methods. Okay, or you can right click and go to generate. So this is the shortcut. Okay, so same thing. And let's see if this apple class doesn't have any toString method. And if we go to any class, let's just have a main method, and we create an apple object and assign two fields to it. Okay, let's see, red, and then okay, so a type, and then now if I print out this object, okay, so this print method actually by default it will use this object x string value. Okay, you can see this string dot value of x. So this value of method actually it check if this object is null or not. If it's null, then it will just assign null, this literal to it. Otherwise, it will call the toString method of the object. So that is to see if we call print method. Okay, so print line or print anything, basically, it will use the toString method of this object. So if we do this, okay, what's gonna happen is by default, a JVM will assign a default toString method to the object, and then this is the default method reference. All right, so this is the string represent this object. Is the package, we call it a full qualified name. All right, package name dot class name at, okay, it's a reference number. So it doesn't mean anything, right? So because we have a red apple, and if we create another apple, for example, B, and then we give it like green, and if we try to print out, then we're gonna get something similar, but they have a different IDs, right? So, but what if we want to do something meaningful, right? So like sometimes we want to log out something, and we just want to say, hey, we created an apple. Okay, so here's the apple, and we do this, and this kind of string doesn't help us, right? Because you cannot differentiate those two apples by using the number, but instead, in order to make it human readable, we can override the toString method to make it more better understandable, right? So then all we need to do is just to rewrite the toString method. In order to do that, we can just again generate toString, and we can choose which field we want to use for the representation of this object. In this case, we choose both of them. Click on OK. So it will automatically generate a toString method. So we can do it manually. We don't have to use the auto-generated, but it's more convenient, right? So in this case, instead of print out this, and it will print out a more descriptive, human-readable format of this object, right? So of course, if you don't like this one, you can customize it to something like, see, I don't like this apple, okay, and we just remove this line, and also we can remove this line, so it will make it shorter, but still present the current object status, right? So apple, color green, and red. All right, that's it.